What's
Hello,
your name?
Tony. I'm Tony.
Tony. I'm Jens from All Star Space. We've seen many videos already. We believe that it's time to make a decision when it comes to EOS RP. And we've been discovering the EOS R line, if you like, EOS R and EOS RP a while back. And we started YouTube, I think it was for you.
Around 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I started YouTube 6 months ago, 6-ish, plus minus a few months. And we had a Sony camcorder when we started, moved to a Sony a6500, I believe, and then you used it in the basement.
Yep.
And what's your experience with that?
Well, I actually first started just using my MacBook and the camera on the MacBook. So a step up was actually the camcorder, and then the Sony, when we got that, I never became friendly with it.
Which one is it, the A6500 or?
Yeah, I struggled. There was always something, whether it be overheating or my images. It never looked like what I saw from other people online.
And I think it's fair to say that we were looking into making the full frame move altogether. And that's when that's when the Canon EOS R came out, and a while later the EOS RP. And we just really became friends with the menu system, with the flip out screen, if you like. And we had the A6500 in the rig with a screen on top, and it was just it just wasn't for us.
Well, you had the charging of everything as well, with the monitor, and it just didn't work.
And we think that actually Canon, there's a lot of negative reviews about the EOS R and the EOS RP, but we think that Canon actually is targeting different markets, if you like. You have the Canon EOS RP, which is a budget full frame camera, and that's for people like Tony and myself, or people who want to upgrade from an APS-C sensor into a full frame, right? And if you think about the development cost of the sensor, it's all been done because the sensor comes from the 6D to 6, which one is it? The Canon 6D Mark II, that's the one. Basically what they've done, they just put a smaller frame in the Canon EOS R and put it the same sensor. They recouped all the development costs already and put it in here and made it easier. It's an entry camera, right? For people who want to upgrade, to people who want to move into the budget full frame camera market. The Canon EOS R is a prosumer. That's the one we started with, and we are actually really happy with the out-of-the-box results of that camera, because we just couldn't achieve that with the Sony, and that may be down to us, the skills. We had no skills. We don't know anything about ISO, about shutter speed, you name it. We just basically, that's why we got the camcorder in the first place. We just press the button and then off you go. And of course you won't have a blurry background because we have no clue what an aperture was, right? So now we do to a certain extent. That's when I think the Canon will come out with the next one, which is a professional camera, which is like really the high up market. And I think Canon is going to dominate the mirrorless market with the three lineups: the budget, the Canon EOS RP, the prosumer one, the Canon EOS R, and then whatever the new one will be called. But going back to the EOS RP, what is your experience so far with this? Because you're going into the basement filming, right?
Yep. Honestly, for me, it is almost like a Fisher-Price camera. I can put it on the tripod, put the battery in, and I'm off. As long as an SD card's in, I know I will get a good picture. I can see myself on the flippy screen, and it works every time. I've had not one issue since we started, and the quality of my videos even from the Sony 6500 to this is like day and night. Yeah. And I'm terrible at color.
And excuse the noise in the background, that's a coffee maker, yeah. But we tried to, before we got the EOS RP, we had the EOS R and we had the Canon 80D, because we thought that it's a good catch, right? It was cheaper as well. I think we got a good discount at Christmas. And you have proper light conditions when it's really bright outside, then there's no issues. But for your needs in the basement, we just couldn't get that good picture.
It was always a little bit too soft and a little bit too dark.
That was very soft. I mean, that was complementing our skin, but that was like having a beauty mode on the camera. So I mean, and again, it may be up to us to not really knowing the menus or knowing what to do with the cameras.
To be fair, you have actually learned so much in the last 6 months on cameras. So he is doing a great job on actually learning. I have no time for that. I have no time. I have no interest in that. It is just not my thing. And so for me, I need something that comes out of the box, and it has to be finished.
That's what we said earlier. The quality that's coming out here, like you put it in Final Cut, I've never touched Final Cut before. Final Cut Pro, that's what we're using because we're tied into the Apple ecosystem. And the quality, we just didn't have to do a lot of color grading, which we also had to learn the editing style, and it's obviously still basic compared to the big YouTubers and what have you. But the combination of this and the good editing software and getting into the full frame market for video, we're only talking about video. Photographers may have a completely different opinion on this, but for video, and you do in full HD, which also gives a smaller size than the 4K you have out there. For us, it works really out well, and I think for a lot of people, if they look behind or if they just ignore the bad reviews and if they ignore what's going on with the 4K, you don't have that dual pixel autofocus, which we also tried, and it somehow is a shame. But then think about the price, right? You're talking about $1,300, $1,400 US dollars or euros, depending where you are in the world. Once that RF lens 15 to 35 comes out, which hopefully is not much bigger than the 35 here, then that could be the perfect combination, right? You have that wide angle look, and you can also zoom in if you like with a 35mm.
I think you also need to understand what it is you want from a camera, because my videos are very specific to where I am.
Can we show this now? Is it okay if we show this? Okay, we'll show you some footage of Tony's channel, and then you understand what it actually is she needs in terms of a camera.
And this is perfect for me. It's not going to be perfect for everybody, like you said. If it's for a photographer or somebody who's wanting the dual focus, then it's maybe not for them. But for me, it is the perfect camera.
If you think about the whole Canon lineup, which camera will give you a 4K full frame picture? Just Google it. There are, I think I don't know what the camera is called, but it's not the C200, it's not the C300, it's a higher lineup in the Canon world, and it costs around 50-60K. So they're obviously protecting their high-end cameras, which is, you know, it's a business move, it's a corporate move, if you like. So again, coming down to the conclusion of the Canon EOS RP, we think it's a great deal, right?
I think it's my favorite camera in the entire world, and it does everything that I want to do. It's handy in my hand. I can open it, I can start up, and the image quality is what I need.
Yeah. And if you do want to have a picture, or if you do want to take pictures, you just have that dial up here. You don't have to go into the menu system, which makes it easier for Tony, because she said she doesn't want to get acquainted with the menu system, which I understand, because it can be a freaking nightmare sometimes, right?
I don't even want to open the instruction manual.
No,
so
I don't. We don't like IKEA.
We don't want that. So you pick it up and you look. All there. Everything you need is there.
Final conclusion.
Best buy ever.
Best buy ever. Two mistakes I always make, and I'm still making them. Number one is I wait too long. By the time I watched all the reviews, half a year is gone, and you know what that means. Half a year in tech world is light years. By that time, Canon came out with a different camera already.
And by that time, he's visited the shop 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, probably more. And the second mistake is I always buy something I think I kind of shouldn't, or if I want this camera, then I end up with the ATD, because I think maybe it's not the right camera, and the ATD is maybe 500-600 euros cheaper, and if that still fits in the budget and I want this full frame look and low light capabilities and whatever comes with this, full HD out of the box, then I should really invest in that and keep that with the right lens, and then this is the camera, the go-to camera. So these are the two mistakes I always make. Not this time, I bought the EOS R, but the Canon EOS RP, as Tony said, she's using it, so we're super happy, right? Final conclusion, it's a keeper. Don't wait too long. Don't hesitate, try it out, go to your local shop. We are not sponsored by Canon in any way. We just find that when it comes out of the box, it just suits us, right? It just suits us and our needs.
And I would say one more thing, don't listen to all the YouTube reviews, because it's based on what they need the camera for.
Right, so we have certain needs, and that's fulfilling our needs.
Excellent.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me here.
Tony and Jens from Also Space. Let me know in the comments below, what are you using? Are you planning to buy the EOS RP? We're a bit far away here. You can see that, you know the pictures anyway. And hit the like button, smash the like button, let me know everything you want to know about our experience with the Canon EOS RP and the Canon EOS R. And see you next time. As always, thank you for watching. Peace out.